Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Mr. Brody is here, my co-host with Purple Dinosaur. This is game number 147 of the season. The Red Sox are 86-60. They split their last series with Cleveland, and now they return home. Actually, they return to Yankee Stadium, I should say, for a three-game series with the Bronx Bombers. First place Bronx Bombers. The Red Sox are 3.5 games out of first. And Milwaukee is 3 games out of first. So Milwaukee is also playing tonight, so I'll have to keep an eye on that game. The Red Sox have their hands full tonight when they face Cy Young Award winner of 1978, Ron Guidry. In this game, he would actually win by a score of 4-0. And he would gain his 22nd win of the season. So the Red Sox will hope to change history there as they have El Tiante, Luis Tiante. Did not have such a great outing last time he pitched at Fenway Park against the Yankees. So I'll see if we can change that and get the ship going in another direction here as we are nearing the last 15 games of the season. So without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, here we are at Yankee Stadium, an average night, and we finally have the right background. This is Yankee Stadium, as we are playing in Yankee Stadium, not some other park. So anyway, I was just looking at the picture of Ron Guidry during the national anthem there, and there's this guy actually in my town that I see walking every now and then. He's got glasses, but every time I see him, I think, man, he reminds me of somebody. And I finally figured it out. It's Ron Guidry. He has the same long hair as Ron Guidry did here. Well, long hair for the 70s look there, and same mustache and facial structure and everything. Yep. So that's him. It looks just like him. But anyway, so Ron Guidry on the hill. He comes in with a 17-9 record. Hasn't fared quite as well as he did on the actual season. I mean, definitely a difficult season to replicate. 25-3 with a 1.74 earned run average. Extremely hard to replicate that, even in Strat-o-matic. But he's within the ballpark, let's just say, in a manner of speaking. He's 17-9, 238 earned run average, so within a little over half a run ERA. A few wins behind that total, but that's something that isn't always controllable by the pitcher. He's pitched 250 innings with 179 hits, still excellent ratio there. A few more hits than he allowed in real life. 60 walks, that's a little bit high, I think, too. Maybe not. Maybe that's about where it should be, I guess. 221 strikeouts, which is about where it should be, but has surrendered 6 more home runs, which would inflate that ERA a little bit. 19 home runs as compared to 13 on the actual season, and he still has a couple of starts left in him. But anyway, the Red Sox lineup will be Rick Burleson, the shortstop. He'll lead it off, bat first. Obviously, that's what leadoff means. Jerry Remy, the second baseman, back in the number 2 hole, bats second. He's been flip-flopping between number 2 and number 9 hole. So they've been playing around with the lineup there a little bit. Jim Rice, the left fielder, will bat third. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Kyle Yastrzemski. Colin Fisk behind the plate will hit fifth. Freddie Lynn, the center fielder, hits sixth. Butch Hobson, the third baseman, bats 7th. Bob Bailey's back in there at DH with the lefty on the mound, hitting 8th. And Dwight Evans, the right fielder, batting 9th. So that's your Red Sox lineup there. The Red Sox would only manage 2 hits off Guidry in the whole game, in the actual game. So we'll see if we can do hopefully better than that and maybe get a W. Sneak a W out of here. So the defense behind Guidry is going to be, in the outfield, is going to be Piniella, Rivers, and Jackson. In the infield's Nettles, Dent, Randolph, and Chambliss. Behind the plate is Mike Heath getting the start. So I'm not sure if probably Thurman Munson is probably going to be... He's not actually in the lineup, as Roy White is going to be the DH. So Mike Heath getting a start. Probably Thurman Munson is probably getting a day off, which is a good thing for us. Anyway, so Guidry on the hill. Burleson in the batter's box. He comes in hitting .282 with 2 homers, 44 runs batted in. He'll step up to the plate. Guidry looks in for the sign from Heath. Kicks and delivers. And strikes out swinging. So good start for Guidry, as he strikes out Burleson. Next up, Jerry Remy. Jerry Remy hitting .293 on the season, 2 homers, 39 runs batted in. See what he can do against Guidry, and that's not where he wants to be on the 3 column. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Jackson's there, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox. That brings up to left fielder Jim Rice, hitting .301 with 40 homers, 119 runs batted in. Steps into the box. Guidry looks in for the sign. Nods his head. Kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a ground ball to Nettles at third. Two bouncer. Grabs it easily. Fires a bullet to Chambliss at first. And the Red Sox go in order. So after 1/2, Boston nothing. Yankees coming up. Tiante on the hill. Tiante. He's got a record of 12-8 on the season, 13-8 on the actual season. Pretty close to his actual record. .324 earned run average, very close to his ERA. 189 innings pitched, 170 hits allowed. Same type ratio there. 60 walks, a few more than he did. He is averaging more walks than he did in his actual season, already eclipsing that by 3. But the same point, he's already almost at his strikeout total, just one behind that at 113. Home runs, he's been a bit better at, only surrendering 19 so far, 26 on the actual season. Hopefully he won't catch up to that. He did allow 2 in this actual game, so hopefully can keep that under that. So for the Yankees, Mickey Rivers, the center fielder, will lead it off. He'll followed by Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Sweet Lou Piniella bats third and plays left. Reggie Jackson is in right field, batting cleanup. Chris Chambliss, first baseman, hits 5th. Greg Nettles, the third baseman, 6th. DH today, as we mentioned earlier, Roy White will bat 7th. Bucky Bleepin' Dent, the shortstop, hits 8th. And Mike Heath, behind the plate, will bat 9th. So Rivers comes in, hitting .270, 13 homers, 51 runs batted in. Eclipsing his power numbers already, and his slightly ahead of his average. For the Red Sox, the defense behind Tiante is going to be Rice, Lynn, and Evans. Their normal starting lineup. Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Yastrzemski in on the infield. Yastrzemski getting a start. I believe his second straight start at first. And Colin Fisk behind the plate with Tiante on the hill. So that's the defense behind El Tiante. So Rivers steps into the box. Tiante looks in for the sign. Nods his head. Does his corkscrew delivery. Looking up at the heavens. And delivers the pitch. It's going to be off the 6th column. And oh my goodness. And Mickey Rivers starts off the game with a bang. A solo shot. His 14th of the season. And the Yankees crowd gets into it early. One thing you don't want to have. Mr. Brody is motionless there. He just got nothing to say for that. So Willie Randolph up now. 238 hitter on the season, 36 runs batted in. Corner Hobson and Yastrzemski are playing in on the grass. Oh my goodness. And Willie Randolph's going to get a pitch to hit here. And he'll draw the walk. So 1 run already in on the Rivers home run. Runner on first for Sweet Lou Piniella. Comes in hitting .317, 2 homers, 53 runs batted in. Randolph takes a walking lead. He has 33 stolen bases in 40 attempts in 1978. So Tiante looks him back. So, oh my goodness, the Red Sox, the rolls are not going in the Red Sox favor early on here. Come on, number 9. And thankfully that is going to be a fly out to left as Rice is there to make the catch. Randolph heads back to the bag. So 1 out now with Randolph at first for Reggie Jackson. Jackson comes in hitting .256, 29 homers, 2 more than he did on the actual season, 78 runs batted in, a bit behind his RBI total. Oh my goodness, another bad roll as it's going to be off the 2 column. Come on, 7 split. No such luck as that's going to be a base hit to right. Evans gets it in quickly. Randolph will hold at second, not wanting to test Evans' arm. So first and second with 1 down. Red Sox going to play back, hoping to turn 2 on Chambliss. 296 hitter on the season. 20 home runs in the replay. 8 more than he did on the actual season. And 87 runs batted in, so having a much more productive season power-wise is Chambliss. Hopefully he won't add to that total here. So Tiante looks in for the sign from Fisk. Nods his head. Looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a line out. Yastrzemski makes the stab for out number 2. Jackson dives back safely. So that'll bring up Nettles. Greg Nettles comes in hitting .293, 21 homers, 78 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 3 column. And Tiante gets him swinging. So Tiante holds the damage to minimal. 1 run with just Rivers hitting the solo home run. So we'll head to the second with Guidry on top, 1-0. So Yastrzemski will come up now. Yastrzemski comes in hitting .271, 15 homers, 69 runs batted in. The captain adjusts himself, gets into the box. Ready to grip and rip. Lefty on lefty here. Guidry looks in for the sign from Heath. Nods his head. Kicks and delivers. Come on, stay on the Yaz card. And it's going to be on the 3 column. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Guidry. He's up with it over to Chambliss for out number 1. So 1 gone in the Red Sox second. Brings up Carlton Fisk. Pudge comes in hitting .289, 16 homers, and 673 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. If you get on Guidry's card, the 4 column is the one you want to be on, because there's absolutely nothing good on the 5th, 5, and 6 columns. And he's going to line out to Nettles for out number 1. Actually, Nettles plays it on a bounce. It says the line out there, but he played it on a bounce. So it isn't always totally what the card says there, because that is a line out on there. Well, that's what LO, I believe, means. So 2 outs now. Base is empty for Freddie Lynn. Comes in hitting .295, 25 homers, 83 runs batted in. Has 3 more home runs in the actual season and 1 more RBI so far. And not the column you want to be on, unless there's hopefully is a range check on here. And it is a range check on the wrong guy, as Nettles is a vacuum cleaner there at third. He'll get to it. And fire a bullet over to Chambliss for out number 3. So nothing doing for the Red Sox in the second, and after 1.5, it's New York 1, Boston nothing. Be the bottom third of the order against El Tiante. It'll be White, Dent, and Heath up against Tiante. Roy White comes in hitting .274 with 10 homers, 44 runs batted. He's broken his home run total. Off the 5 column. And that's going to be a line out to Yastrzemski. He makes his second catch of a liner for out number 1. So Bucky Dent up now, hitting .237, 4 homers, 25 runs batted in. It's going to be off the 1 column, and he'll line out to his counterpart. Burleson makes the catch for out number 2. So it'll bring up Mike Heath. Mike Heath, .250 hitter on the season with 9 runs batted in, 80 at bats. He'll get one to hit here though, and he's going to hit this one to left. Rice backs up a little bit and pulls it in. So 1, 2, 3, nothing across for the Yankees in the second. So Butch Hobson will lead it off for the Red Sox in the top of the third. Hobson, .277 hitter on the season, 14 homers, 60 runs batted in. And he'll get it off the 4 column of Guidry. And he'll draw the walk. He holds up. So leadoff runner is on for Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey hitting just .195 with homered it a couple games ago. In one of his last games he came in with a homer and 3 runs batted in. And Bailey is not a good bunter, I don't think. Let's see. Let's check and see if Bailey can bunt. Yeah, he's a D bunter. He's pretty bad. So we're just going to have him hit away. He has a good chance of... Actually, Bailey doesn't have a bad card against lefties. It's against righties that he's horrible. So come on, 2 column. 1 column. There's a 7 split on there. Come on, 7. And Bailey draws the walk, so back-to-back walks by Guidry. That doesn't happen too often. So first 2 runners are on for the Red Sox. Red Sox have to take advantage of this. Let's see here. Do we have Evans bunt? That's the question. Evans is an A bunter. I think we do. Who's up next? Yeah, Rick Burleson, top of the order, is up next. So the Red Sox can get a base hit. Evans can drop down a bunt and have it be successful, and Burleson can get a single. And then the Red Sox could take the lead. So I think we have to. We're not going to have many chances here. I think we don't want to. Definitely don't want to hit into a double play. So we're gonna have Evans bunt with his A rating. So Evans is gonna square around. Corners are playing in. Nettles and Chambliss on the grass. Make sure I do the right one here. There we go. Sacrifice. So Evans squares around. Drops it down. Fielded by Guidry. Throws to first. So Evans gets the job done as Hobson moves to third and Bailey to second. So Bailey's kind of a slow runner at second, but we'll see what Burleson can do now with 1 down. So Burleson, strikeout victim his first time up. And off the 4 column, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Oh, but he strikes out swinging. So Burleson is down on strikes. So it'll be up to Jerry Remy. See if he can put the Red Sox on the board or possibly on top. So we want either the 1 column or the 4 column. Here's the windup in the pitch, and it's off the 4 column again. And Remy will draw the walk to load the bases. So bases loaded now for Jim Ed Rice. He could, well, I'm not going to say what he could do, but he could really make the Red Sox fans happy here at Yankee Stadium. The few that there are. Come on, 1 column. So Heath goes out to talk to Guidry, goes back behind the plate, sets the target. Guidry looks in for the sign, nods his head, looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. And it's going to be off the 4 column. And he strikes out swinging. So Jim Rice strikes out with the bases loaded. Mr. Brody's has nothing to say for that either. So the Red Sox, with a golden opportunity to get on the board and possibly take a big lead, are unable to score off Guidry, as they're not going to get many chances. Silver lining is at least they get Guidry's pitch count up, so maybe they can get him out of the game. Another strategy they could be going for. So El Tiante back on the hill, still down by 1. Hobson and Yastrzemski in on the grass against Rivers, who homered in his first at-bat. It's going to be off the 6 column. And he'll draw the walk. Looks like he was pitching around Rivers, not wanting to give him anything good to hit. So Yastrzemski holds on Rivers, who is a threat to steal. So Hobson and Yastrzemski in on the grass, expecting Randolph to drop down a bunt. Rivers being held closely by Tiante. And he's going to square around down the line. Tiante picks it up and fires the first. So if Randolph was a left hitter, he might have gotten a hit there, as it was a close call. So Rivers now in scoring position with one down for Sweet Lou Piniella. Flew out in his first at-bat. Here's the windup in the pitch by Tiante. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hobson at third. Looks the runner back. Fires the bullet to Yastrzemski. So 2 down now. Red Sox 1 out away from getting out of it with no damage. Let's look at some scores from around the league. Baltimore shutting out Toronto 5-0. Detroit on top of Cleveland 2-0. LaFleur has hit his 15th home run for Detroit. Minnesota and Milwaukee are scoreless. We can keep an eye on that one. Erickson and Travelers dueling. California and Kansas City are scoreless. Another division battle there in the AL West. Chicago leads Seattle 3-2. Oakland shutting out Texas 2-0. As Mitchell Page has hit his 18th home run for Oakland. So Reggie Jackson with an opportunity to add to the Yankee lead here. Singled in his first at-bat. So here's the windup and the pitch. And Jackson will draw the walk. Third walk given up by Tiante. Puts runners at first and second for Chris Chambliss, who lined out in his first at-bat. And it's going to, off the 4 column. And that will be a base hit to left. And they're going to send the runner home. We're going to, 1 to 18 chance. We got to keep the damage at a minimum. So Rivers will score easily, as he was off with the pitch. And the Yankees have now a 2-0 lead. So Nettles up now, struck out his first time up. Oh my goodness. It's going to be off the 1 column. He gets one in the wheelhouse here. Come on, 7 split. Oh my goodness. And Nettles, he homered in the actual game, and he homers in this one. A 3-run shot, giving the Yankees a 5-0 lead. So the Red Sox unable to score in the top of the third despite loading the bases. Now trail by 5. So Tiante might not be long for this game. Already up to 56 pitches. There is action in the Red Sox pen as Andy Hassler is up and throwing. Tiante in the actual game lasted only 3 2/3 innings. Could be a shorter outing here. So White back on the hill. White back in the box. Just a windup in the pitch. White 0 for 1 on the day. And he'll hit a fly ball to right. This one will stay in the park, though. What damage is done is Reggie Jackson hits a 3-1 bomb, highlighting the inning, and the Yankees now lead 5-0. So plenty of breathing room now for Guidry. He can pretty much pitch as he wants to now, without any fear, which is a dangerous thing for the Red Sox. So Yastrzemski will lead it off. Yastrzemski grounded out in his first at-bat. And he'll strike out swinging. 4th K by Guidry. So Guidry's up to 61 pitches now at 3 1/3 innings. So that's a good thing. And Fisk is going to get one to hit here. And he'll miss it. And it's a wicked straight breaking ball out of the strike zone. Checks his swing, and they say he went around, though. So 5 Ks now for Guidry. Brings up Freddie Lynn, grounded out in his first at-bat. Red Sox looking for their first hit today. And that's going to be a range check on Guidry. Guidry above average range. He'll get to it. And he will boot it. Rolls up his arm. No, actually throws to first. And throw pulls Chambliss off the bag. So an error on Guidry, allowing Lynn to reach. So Hobson up now, walked in his first at-bat. And he strikes out swinging. So Guidry's got the strikeout going, and Mr. Brody has fallen out of his bed there. He's not too happy with this. So So that'll do it for the Red Sox as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Yankees up 5-0. Bucky Bleepin Dent up now. Lined out in his first at-bat. And that's going to be a base hit to right. So Dent is on with a base hit. So it brings up Mike Heath. Flew out in his first at-bat. Yastrzemski holds on Dent. And checks his swing. And next pitch, strike 3 called. So 1 down now for Mickey Rivers. Homered in the first and walked in the third. This time he'll fly out to Evans in right. Camps under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Willie Randolph walked in the first and sacrificed in the third. Oh my goodness. Another wheelhouse pitch by Tiante. But he'll pop this one up. Burleson's there to make the catch to end the inning, so no further damage. And after 4 full, it remains 5-0 Boston. I mean, yeah, I wish. 5-0 New York. So Bob Bailey to lead it off. Walked in his first at-bat. And this time he'll strike out looking. So Guidry now with 7 Ks on the day. Brings up Dewey Evans. Had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. This time we'll ground out to Dent for the second out of the inning. So Red Sox still without a hit. Try. Brings up Rick Burleson. He struck out twice against Guidry. And he's going to hit a fly ball to left. Pinella's there to make the catch. So that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. And through 5, Guidry has yet to surrender a hit. He has walked 3 batters. I believe all in the same inning. But the Red Sox unable to score as we head to the home half of the 5th. Pinella will lead it off. Pinella 0 for 2 on the day. And that's going to be a called third strike, as Pinella cannot pull the trigger. Brings up Reggie Jackson. Oh, I thought Reggie Jackson was the one that hit the home run. I guess, it's Greg Nettles that hit the home run. That's right. So Jackson singled in the first, walked in the third. Came around on the Nettles home run. And he'll walk again. So it'll bring up Chris Chambliss, and it looks like Don Zimmer has seen enough as he's going to call for the bullpen. Andy Hassler has been called upon. So Hassler actually pitched 4 1/3 innings in the actual game. He pitched more innings than Tiante did in the Red Sox loss. So Chris Chambliss up now, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Andy Hassler comes on. He has a 4-3 record on the season, with 1 save, 4.09 earned run average, 73 innings pitched, 94 hits allowed, 29 walks, 28 strikeouts, and has not surrendered a home run. So Hassler looks in for the sign, nods his head, looks at the base runner, kicks and delivers. And it's going to be off the 3 column. And it'll be a ground ball back to Hassler. He goes over to second for 1. Back to first. And nope, no return throw, actually. So Chambliss is retired for the second out of the inning. Greg Nettles up now. Hit a 3-run blast off of Tiante his last time up, 1 for 2. And it's going to be off the 3 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to first. Yastrzemski will take it to the bag himself to end inning. So Hassler retires the 2 batters he faces. And we'll head to the 6th with the Yankees on top, 5-0. So Remdog up now. Wasn't called Remdog, I'm sure, back then, but he flew out in the first and walked in the third. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Rivers above average range. 1 through 3 will be a hit. Oh, and he'll get to it and make the catch for the first out of the 6th. So Jim Rice up now. Rice came up with the bases loaded and struck out in the 3rd. 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll strike out again. So Rice strikes out for the 2nd time. Guidry now with 8 strikeouts on the day. And we're just in the 5th. In the 6th. That'll bring up Yastrzemski. 0 for 2. And he'll hit a ball to right. Jackson has it sized up. And the Red Sox go in order in the 6th. So it remains 5-0 New York as we head to the home half of the 6th. Hassler will face bottom third of the Yankee order, White, Dent, and Heath. White will turn around and bat right-handed against the lefty Hassler. And it's going to be off the 1 column. And he'll get a base hit to left. Pulls that one. So Bucky Dent up now, 1 for 2 as Yastrzemski holds on White. Yankees are going to go with a hit and run here. And Dent misses the pitch, and we're going to throw for the runner here. Oh. And Remy applies the tag, and he's going to be safe as Remy cannot find the handle on the throw. So White with a stolen base now in scoring position. So Dent 1 for 2 with a single. He'll line out to Yastrzemski for the first out. So that'll bring up Mike Heath. 0 for 2 so far today. And oh boy, and a range check on Hobson now. And it's going to be at least a single. And that'll all be it, thankfully. Let's see if they're going to send White home. No, it's going to stay in the infield as Heath has himself an infield single. As White will move to third, though. So they'll put runners at the corners with the 1 down for Mickey Rivers. Tough man to double up. So Hobson and Yastrzemski will play in on the grass. Definitely don't want to get behind by more than 5. So let's see what Hassler can do against Rivers. And Hassler, he'll go round out to second. And Remy grabs it, throws to first. As the run comes home, now 6-0. As the hole gets deeper, Heath moves to second now with 2 down. Willie Randolph, 0 for 2 with a walk. And it's going to get away from Fisk. He's got it, no throw. I'm going to charge Hassler with a wild pitch as Heath moves it over to third. Randolph back in the box, and he's going to draw a walk. So runners at the corners now for Piniella. Pinella's 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a range check on Remy. Oh! The Red Sox definitely not getting the rolls today. And Remy with a not rare, but uncommon error there. So Heath will come in and score easily. Randolph's going to go all the way to third, I believe. And Piniella to second. So Piniella with a base hit and a moving to second on the error. And it's now 7-0 as the hole keeps getting deeper. So that'll be a Reggie Jackson. He singled and walked twice. And that's going to be a pop-up to Remy. He'll make the catch to end the inning, but Yankees tack on 2 more, and after 6 full, it's 7-0 New York. So let's look at some scores now. Baltimore clipping Toronto 5-1. Detroit on top of Cleveland still 2-0. Minnesota and Milwaukee are tied at 2. Kansas City and California are knotted at 1. Chicago and Seattle tied at 3. Oakland shutting out Texas 3-0. And here the Yankees are shutting out the Red Sox 7-0. So Guidry in full command here. And Fisk will swing and a miss for strike 3. Yeah, I need a touchdown at least, that's for sure. So Freddie Lynn up now. Reached on an error by Guidry in the 4th. 0 for 2 officially. Pops this one up. Dent is there to make the catch. So that brings up Butch Hobson, 0 for 1 with a walk. No danger of letting Hobson stay in. And he strikes out. So 10 strikeouts for Guidry now. So Guidry rolling along. And that'll end the inning. So 7th inning stretch time. What team lost an American League record 117 games in 1916? So what American League team lost the record 117 games in 1916? Oh boy, I don't know. I am going to go with the Washington Senators, and that's just a pure guess. So lock in your answer. That's a good one, Mr. Brody and Miss Mags and Purple Dinosaur. You really delved deep into the archives for that one. Mr. Brody really proud of that one. Let's see what the answer is. Oh, Philadelphia Athletics. Surprise, surprise. Did not know that one. Wow, 117 games out of 154 back then? So that means they only won 37 games. Wow. I know the New York Mets, I believe, lost 120 games in their inaugural season. I think it was 61. 60, 61, right around that time. Anyway, back to the action. Hassler back out on the hill. He'll face Chambliss first. Chambliss 1 for 3 with an RBI. It's going to be off the 4 column. That's going to be a range check on Remy, who's already committed an error today. Oh, man. Definitely the Rolls are not going for the Red Sox, as that's a range check that Remy will not pass. No error, though. So he gets to it, but it won't be a throw. So leadoff runner is on for the Yankees. Greg Nettles up now 1 for 3 with a 3-run blast in the 3rd of Tiante. And this time he'll strike out. So Hassler is his first K of the day. Roy White up now, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Definitely the Rolls are not going for the Red Sox, as that one's going to be in the corner. And we're going to throw for the lead runner, might as well. Nothing to lose, really. And again, the Rolls continue to go against the Red Sox as the Yankees score run number 8 on the RBI double for White, moving to 3rd on the throw. So no action in the Red Sox pen. It's Hassler's game now. Bucky Dent 1 for 3. We'll grind this one to Burleson. And run number 9 now. Hopefully the Yankees will get all the runs scoring out in this game. In the next 2 games, the Red Sox can have their way with them. I don't see that happening, but we'll see. Mike Heath up now, 1 for 3. And that's a fly ball to left. Rice is there to make the catch. So attendance has been announced. 52,453 fans. Wow. Sure that's a full house. So Bob Bailey up now. Our only hope. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And Bob Bailey is going to get a base hit. The first hit. Unbelievable. I wasn't even keeping track of that. I was so concerned with the Yankees with their 9-0 lead. Bob Bailey breaks up the no-hitter. So Bob Bailey has his hit of the year as he breaks up Guidry's no-hitter here in the 8th inning. Wow. I didn't even realize that. It had gone that fast. I knew he after like 5 innings, but the Yankees blinded us with all those runs, and I totally forgot about that. Mr. Brody didn't, though. That's why he was sulking there, but he's a little bit happier now as Bob Bailey, of all people, breaks up Guidry's no-hitter. So I'm sure Al Red Sox fan, you'll like that one. So definitely a moment of the year, and basically moment of his 1978 season for Bob Bailey there. So leadoff base runner is on, and Bob Bailey is going to go off, and we're going to take him out and bring on a pinch runner, as Bob Bailey has done all he can do today. So Bob Bailey, wow, breaks up the no-hitter from Guidry. That's a silver lining in today's game, definitely. Who do we bring in now? Oh, can't bring up Bowen. He's used to. Let's find out who needs to come in. Probably going to be Gary Hancock. Everybody else is pretty much overused. Yeah, we're going to bring in Gary Hancock to pinch run for Bailey. Makes sense. He has one of our fastest runners, him and Duffy. So Gary Hancock, as Bob Bailey gets congratulated by his teammates for breaking up the no-hitter. So Dwight Evans up now. He's 0 for 1 officially. The sacrifice bunt back in the third also. And it's going to be off the 1 column. And that's going to be a line out to Nettles. Didn't even have to move on that one as Hancock heads back to the bag. So Baltimore winning over Toronto 7-1. Detroit still shutting out Cleveland 2-0. Minnesota and Milwaukee still tied at 2. California's taking the lead over Kansas City 2-1. Chicago ahead of Seattle 5-3. Oakland besting Texas 5-0. All right, so Burleson up now with a 1 out and a runner on first. It's 0 for 3 on the day. And Burleson will get a chance to do something here. And Burleson's going to get Red Sox second hit of the day. Going to hold them down by 9. So to bring up Jerry Remy. Guidry up to 117 pitches. So Remdog 0 for 2 with a walk. And he gets his second walk. That'll load the bases. So Jim Rice with another opportunity with the bases loaded. Could at least make things somewhat interesting if he can jack one here. See if they're going to keep Guidry in against Rice, who's 0 for 3. And that is it, as at least they got Guidry out of the game. That's the silver lining there. And all started with Bob Bailey. So Bob Bailey, I don't even know who this is coming in. Who is that? Larry McCall. No clue. So Larry McCall. Ooh, definitely like to see him. He's got a 1-2 record with an 8.38 earned run average. So definitely a welcome sight after Guidry. 10 innings pitched, 21 hits in 10 innings. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. Come on, number 3. So Jim Rice steps up to the box, licking his chops now. Seeing McCall coming in. Happy to see Guidry out of there. Come on, baby. So 1 column. Here we go. Come on, walk anyway. And, range check on Randolph. Randolph, excellent range, though, unfortunately. Come on, error. Can hope for an E1 or an E2. Come on. Nope. And that's going to be hit to Randolph. Over to second for 1, back to first, and they turn 2. So once again, Jim Rice unable to deliver with the bases loaded. Ouch. Both teams have stranded 6 now. The Red Sox only runners were when they loaded the bases, I don't know, back in the second or third. And now when they load the bases again here in the 8th, both times unable to score. So that kind of is a testament of the Red Sox futility today. As the Red Sox have just 1 more at bat left to score 9 runs. So Andy Hassler in there now. Again for his 4th inning of work. Rivers gets 1 to hit here. He already has a home run today. And this time we'll hit 1 into the gap. And Rivers will end up at third with a triple. So a home run and now a triple. So corners are forced to play in here. Randolph off to the plate. 0 for 2, 0 for 1 with a couple of walks and a sacrifice. And gets his third walk of the day. Oh boy, Mr. Brody shaking his head there. It's okay, Mr. Brody. So Lou Piniella up now with runners on first and third and nobody out. See if Randolph's going to try to steal here. No. 5 column. So that's going to be a fly ball to Evans in right. It's probably going to be deep enough for Rivers to score. So Evans will make the catch. Gets ready to cork one here. Looks like it's going to be too deep though. And Randolph scores run number 10. So 10-0 Yankees. So Jackson up now. I got nothing to say. Jackson 1 for 2 with a run scored. Gets a base hit past Burleson. And might as well throw for the lead runner. We got nothing to lose here. And Randolph is out at third as Rice throws him out. Jackson moves up to second. Mr. Brody is coming over to the host seat here. I don't know where he went. Mr. Brody just does not want to be the co-host anymore. I can't blame him on this one. He's had enough. Surprised he lasted this long. Chris Chambliss, oh my goodness. Get a base hit to right. And that will bring home Jackson, now 11-0. And Hassler keeps looking to the dugout, but there's nobody warming up. So it's Hassler's game. Hassler is forced to absorb all the Yankee runs here. And Nettles up now. Nettles 1 for 4, but his one hit, a 3-run blast. And it's going to be a range check on Burleson. Gets in front of it. And mercifully ends the inning as the Yankees tack on 2 more. And the Red Sox can't wait for this one to end as they come up in the top of the 9th down 11-0. The only good news is that Larry McCall is back in there. Larry McCall. Where did they get this guy from? So Yastrzemski up there now. Yastrzemski hitless on the day, as many Red Sox are. Draw the walk. Fisk up now. 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a range check on Randolph. Oh, and against anybody else that would have been a base hit. Probably, but not against Randolph. Makes a great play there. Can they turn 2? And scoops the ball up barehanded. Nope, it's going to be only play as the first. Yastrzemski moves into scoring position. So hopefully the Red Sox can maybe at least break up the shutout here. Come on, Freddie. 0 for 3 did reach on an error. Oh, and he lines out to Randolph. Yastrzemski too far off the bag, and that will end the game. Oh my goodness. So that's fitting for the Red Sox today, as Yastrzemski too far off the bag, as Randolph dives across the bag and tags the bag on his way down. Yastrzemski had nothing he could do there. So the game mercifully is over. Definitely one of the worst defeats for the season by the Red Sox, as they get crushed by the Yankees. I didn't think it could get worse, but it could. As not only does Guidry pitch a 2-hitter, the only thing is thankfully he didn't at least pitch a complete game, so that's one good thing. But he went into the 8th inning, no hitting the Red Sox through 7. So, player of the game, I'm going to give it to Bob Bailey as he breaks up the no-hitter. Now, in actuality, I guess you got to give it to Guidry. Maybe not. Let's just see. Yeah, we'll give it to Guidry. the Yankees want to give it. I mean, the Red Sox player of the game is definitely going to be Bob Bailey, though. Who had 1 of 2 hits. Rick Burleson, the other hit. Rick Burleson actually had 1 of the 2 actual hits in the actual game. And Fred Lynn had the other one. But Bob Bailey gets it in this one. As Mr. Brody is nowhere to be found. So Guidry, 7 1/3, 2 hits, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. Larry McCall, I guess. I can't remember now. 1 2/3 innings. No hits, 1 walk. El Tiante lasts just 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Andy Hassler pitches 3 2/3 innings, allows 8 hits. Basically a sponge today for the Red Sox, trying to preserve that rest of the bullpen for the rest of the games of the series. 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. For the Yankees, Mickey Rivers, 2 for 4, 3 runs scored, 2 runs batted in, a solo shot in the first, and a also tripled. Willie Randolph, 0 for 1 officially, walked, I think, at least twice, maybe 3 times, and did have a sacrifice bunt, I think, too. Lou Piniella, 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Reggie Jackson, 2 for 3 with 2 ribbies. 2 runs scored. Chris Chambliss was 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. Greg Nettles, 1 for 5 with a 3-run blast. Starting the major Yankee scoring in the 3rd inning. Roy White, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Bucky Dent, 1 for 4 with an RBI. And Mike Heath, 1 for 4 with a run scored. So all the Yankees started except for Randolph with a hit. Although Randolph did was on base 3 times. Yeah, he did walk 3 times. I also believe, did he have a sacrifice bunt? Let's see here. Yep, Randolph did have a sacrifice bunt too, so Randolph was on base 3 times too. Alrighty, he's the only Yankee that Piniella didn't score a run either, and neither did Dent. So, alright, enough of that. So the Red Sox fall to the Yankees. Now 4.5 games behind. Let's take a look at the standings. Let's see how Milwaukee did. So, looks like Milwaukee won. Did they win? No, they were already a half game ahead of us. They must have lost also. So the Yankees starting to separate from the pack a little bit. 4 games ahead of Milwaukee. 4.5 now again ahead of the Red Sox. Red Sox still a game behind their pace. Milwaukee's still 2 games ahead of their pace. And the Yankees 1 game ahead of their pace. And the Yankees' magic number is now 12. Kansas City's magic number is now 9, as they're able to... Did they beat the California? Yes, the Kansas City Royals are hot. They've won 7 in a row. And the California Angels have lost 3 in a row. So the Kansas City now 6.5 games ahead of California. So pretty much starting to run away with it over there. So let's take a look and see who the Red Sox are going to be up against tomorrow. I know it's the Yankees, but see who's pitching. So they would actually lose this game 3-2. And they'll... Ooh, it doesn't get that much. It gets a little easier, but not much, as they face Catfish Hunter. And it'll be Mike Torres on the hill. So a good pitching matchup there. Maybe we'll play that one later tonight. If not, definitely tomorrow. Or over the weekend, definitely. So a good matchup there. Hopefully the Red Sox can get a victory, as they cannot afford to go behind anymore. And then on Sunday, the pitching matchup is going to be... the Red Sox would actually win the Sunday game, 7-3. And they're going to send Dennis Eckersley against Jim Beattie. So there is a silver lining. The Red Sox have their 2 best starters going this weekend. So hopefully they can get a couple victories there. And if they can win both of those games, they can get back to within 2.5. So all is not lost yet here in Beantown. So this is game number 147. We'll be back with game number 148. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now. I'll have to try to coax Mr. Brody to get back in the co-host seat. I'm going to have to give him some extra treats to get him back there. Bye-bye.